Hello everyone. Hope you're doing well and are safe. My name is Maham Khalid and I'll be your faculty for today's lecture. And in today's class, we are going to explore about class 12th political science chapter about the difficulties in nation building. Okay. Now we're talking about a time when there was so much chaos within India. There was a lot of groupism, casteism, and politics that was taking place within the political fabric of India. Okay. Now, no one had any idea, not even the political leaders, not even the freedom fighters, what they had to do with the new gained freedom which they had. Okay. So on 15th August 1947, India gained its independence from a very prolonged rule, a very diminishing and a very like hardcore British colonialism. Okay, it was a very well fought struggle. It was a very long fought battle that Indians had to, had to face with the British. Now, once India gained its independence, Jawaharlal Nehru became the first prime minister of independent India. Okay, then he gave his first speech that was known as Tryst with Destiny. Okay, now in this speech, he particularly emphasized about the goals of democratic governance, about the social justice. He also wanted to address the inequalities that had been faced by Indians. Okay, and now that we had all the aspects of freedom in our clutches, so we had to decide that what we wanted to do with this new gained independence and freedom. So there were three broad challenges. First was unity in diversity. Now, like I said, that India is a very versatile and it's a very it's a very multifaceted fabric. So it also has different people coming from different walks of life. Their religions are different, the languages which they speak are different, the way they look, they are different, the way they dress are different, the types of food that we consume, all like dances and music and everything is very versatile when it comes to India. Okay, it's very colorful. So India faced the challenge of uniting a diverse nation with different languages, with different cultures, with different religions. Okay, and the questions arose about the national survival of unity and integration of territories, which means the coming together of different areas. Okay. Now, second broader challenge was that of establishing democracy. Like I said, that it was a very long rule of British that India faced. Okay, so now we had this freedom and we had to decide that in which direction we wanted to go. India could have been a dictatorship, but India chose a very democratic and a very nice, brighter future for itself. Okay, so now how to instill democracy, how to establish democracy. So the Indian constitution, it laid the foundation for democracy by guaranteeing the fundamental rights, okay, and by guaranteeing universal adult suffrage. Okay, so now fundamental rights are the rights that have been given to each and every individual of our country, no matter what their social standing is, no matter what their religion is, no matter what language which they speak. Okay, and also despite any gender differences. Secondly, I told you about universal adult suffrage. Now it means that anyone who is above the age of 18, they are entitled to vote. Okay, so one vote, one value is the concept behind it. And India was one of the very few nations that as soon as they gained independence, they wanted to go ahead and they wanted to apply universal adult suffrage. Okay, now the challenge here was to transport these constitutional ideals into democratic practices. Now, one thing is that all these fundamental rights, universal adult suffrage, it is mentioned in the constitution. Okay, now we say that India has gained its independence and we are giving you this constitution. But the problem comes with the execution. So now how we are going to execute these democratic practices. And the third major problem that India faced was that of development and well-being. So the freedom fighters, the political leaders at that time, they had to, like formulate very effective policies of economic development. They had to work towards poverty eradication. They had to work towards the casteism that was very deeply rooted in India back then. So the constitution, it outlined all these principles of equality, okay, and there was special protection, reservation, or different other small minute rights that were given to disadvantaged groups in order to promote equality within India. Okay, so primarily these were the three major challenges that was faced by the independent India.